Alright guys, it seems like the brand new update patch notes have just been released, and today I will be having a look into every single detail this brand new update has to offer for Asphalt Legends, since one of the new things is a change in the name, and as a result of that, the Unite is no more. As you might have seen yesterday, there is a brand new track as well coming to this update, which is no more and no less than San Diego Harbor, but on today's video I will mostly focus on the new cars and events and that stuff the new Asphalt Legends Unite anniversary update has to offer. So with nothing else to add, let's dive into it. Okay, so given how we already know about the new track and name change, I don't really think it's appropriate to start with the new cars this time, but make sure to stay until the end of the video in order to not to miss absolutely anything about this gigantic update. If we have a look into the new cars lineup, I do really think it's worth noting the conclusion of the LEGO Technic series with the last two cars that were left to be added into the game, which are the following ones. First of all, we have the LEGO Technic Lamborghini Revuelto, which has quite similar stats to its Asphalt China counterpart, being on B-Class with a huge acceleration and nice top speed, but unfortunately combined with not the strongest nitro. Handling is just fine, not too good nor too bad, so it should perform decently on multiplayer like the original Lamborghini Revuelto. Then we have the LEGO Technic Ferrari FXXK, which with these stats definitely will be a fairly average C-Class car with a huge top speed, let's get real, that's true, but a fairly low handling, nitro and acceleration, which are quite strong, but the rank definitely doesn't place it near the top C-Class cars. It looks great though, but you know, the best part is that it will have a tour with token packs starting the 7th of August this year, so I will hopefully have the chance to max it out by then. If we jump back into the normal cars, we do have the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, a somewhat decent B-Class car with alrightish acceleration, handling, nitro and top speed, which won't necessarily place it at the strongest spot within B-Class nor its rank, which is quite similar to the Lamborghini Evo Spider. It will be nice as the Legends Pass car of these two seasons, but we will have to wait and see once the update drops. If I am being completely honest with you all guys, this Pagani Zonda Cinque is quite bad, but just by looking at its stats, I can tell you that it will be featured within the new Drive Syndicate 12, which I will dive into in a bit. This Zonda Cinque has a strong nitro and handling, but a quite mid acceleration for the rank where it's placed, so I would not say that it's quite competitive. What surprised me is that right on A-Class we have no more and no less than a new king in terms of rank, which is the Mercedes Benz Silver Lightning. As expected, a rank reduction took place once it arrived to Asphalt Legends Unite, and now we have a car with a fairly high top speed combined with a nice handling and a decent acceleration, but not the greatest of the nitro duration values. There is no clue as how this car will be introduced into the game as for now, but definitely I would say that it's coming within the second season of this update, so we should expect a special event or something like that. A thing that I definitely didn't expect was the arrival of the Muscle Super GT to Asphalt Legends. This car is taking the spot of the Koenigsegg CC850 as the 5th highest ranked car of the entire S-Class in this game, and is doing so with a decent acceleration, a strong top speed value, and a fairly weak handling and nitro stats. As you will see in a second, this car won't be introduced through a Drive Syndicate, so it will either be introduced on a special event or a spotlight, but during the second season as well. But you know, if you thought that the Musler was impressive with that rank and stats, you haven't seen the highest ranked cars that Asphalt Legends has ever seen. The Arash Imperium is finally making its way to this game directly from Asphalt China, just like I said, and despite I was expecting it to be on A-Class, it ended up being the highest ranked car of the entire game. The top speed is absolutely massive as well as the acceleration, but just like the Tartarus, this Arash Imperium has a catastrophically low handling and nitro values, which I'm sure will handicap this car total performance once it arrives into the game. This will be the Drive Syndicate 12 main dish, and rest assured that won't be as easy as you might think to obtain. At last but not least, we have the DS Turbo coming directly from Asphalt 8, and which I think is said to be the first car required in order to progress through the Drive Syndicate, given the fact that it's a fairly low C-Class car. Stats-wise, it seems to have a good acceleration, handling and nitro, but the top speed is fairly underwhelming. Nothing weird given the way Drive Syndicates tends to be these days. So that was absolutely everything about the cars coming this update. Now it's time to talk about the special events which will be arriving through this update by starting with the LEGO Technic Spotlight coming the second season of this update, where everyone will get a chance to gold these LEGO cars. But wait, because just as I said before, the Drive Syndicate 12 is coming this 28th of July, featuring the Citroën Surbolt, the Apollo Intense Emotion, the McLaren 600 LT Spider, the Pagani Sonda Cinque, and the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. All those cars needed to unlock the Arash Imperium, the new king of the game, or so Gameloft say. As other side special events, we will have the Aston Martin U12 Vantage Grand Prix starting the 29th of July and the Lamborghini SC18 Special Hunt starting the 12th of August. Sembo TS1 GT Anniversary, you will have a chance to grab some blueprints and epic import parts by participating on the Star Hunt that will start the last day of July. Now that I was talking about these time-limited events, the car hunts of this season will feature the Porsche 911 Turbo 50 years starting the 24th of July, the Ital-Design Da Vinci starting the 24th of July as well, and the Jaguar Project 8, which is starting the 7th of August on this season. Starting the 24th of July as well, the second main dish of this anniversary update is the 20th anniversary Spotlight, which is featuring no more and no less than 20 literal cars. And since you know I am not saying every single name of those, you can check them on the screen right now. Not as good as the Hennessy Venom F5 Spotlight in my honest opinion, but damn, it still offers a quite bunch of cars. Unfortunately, a Spotlight Pass is expected to arrive with this Spotlight, so hopefully it will contain a good amount of decals, otherwise I think I will just ignore it, you know. On this update, we will be able to customize our cars by obtaining a brand new currency called the style tokens, and which we will be able to obtain by playing the game normally, or so is what Gameloft say. This is aimed at allowing everyone to pick what each person wants to customize individually or something like that. As it seems like this update we will be getting an ultimate pass, which is like another level of premium pass we will be able to purchase in order to get benefits like 20 million credits, 30 blueprints of the Pagani Sonda Cinque, 5 extra fuel on all of cars, 10,000 tokens, 100% boost on the reputation we make on each race, which is great for the clubs, I guess, and a 100% bonus on the trade coins you can obtain from packs and that stuff. The price of this pass is yet to be known, but I am quite certain it will be around 20 bucks for 30 days basically. However, it's worth noting that Gameloft will double the amount of credits and tokens given on the normal Legends Pass for those who acquire the premium, as well as there will be more wildcards and some extra items. However, as I said, I am quite hesitant in regards to this, but so far it seems like there won't be any prices increase. In other aspects, an even greater news is the fact that Gameloft has finally listened and they will be increasing the Nitro earnings for those being first on the new Nitro Green straight game mode, just like I said on my video a couple days ago, while keeping the higher gains for those in the pack, which is great. As another side improvement, now we will be able to buy with tokens common and rare import parts, but not the car-specific epic ones. For those, we will still have to use the epic wild cards and that stuff. In general, I would say that this update is fairly great in some aspects, but not so great in other at the same time, given how expensive some of these cards will be. Also, I am already expecting the Arash Imperium to be slightly demotivating, just like the Tartarus was back on the Drive Syndicate 10, I think it was, so we will have to wait and see the test drive, but so far it's not as impressive as I thought it would be. As usual, you all are invited to let me know your thoughts about this update on the comment section, so make sure to drop your like, subscribe, and I will see you really soon as usual with much more Asphalt content. Goodbye!